Hey Leo, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this just in. This is where we get all up in other folks' business about love and relationships. This reading will be good for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, particularly Leo Rising. This is a general reading and will not resonate with everybody. This is your love reading for May 2018. Leo, the moon is currently in Scorpio. And Leo, that would be happening in your fourth house of home, family, and private life. Probably if you hear the little ding, ding, ding in the background. Sorry, my washer and dryer is behind me. And I think that they both think that they are Mariah Carey because they just sing when the cycle is over. Alright, moving on. Leo. This full moon in Scorpio happening in your fourth house. I get this feeling. What you doing out here in these streets, Leo? Yeah, I just saw the sun come out. I feel like that there's something going on that maybe some you maybe have going on separate that home don't know about. Or the way that you are appearing to the public and what's going on at home could be two different things. It's not to say it's bad. It's just to say that that moon in Scorpio squares, if you have Leo rising, your feelings and things that go on in your private life are having some sort of friction or conflict with the way that you appear or the way that you navigate through your life. It is a growth experience though, so don't be afraid of the squares. They are a little difficult to work with, but you know, it's the biggest opportunity for growth. And but you know, the moon was conjunct Jupiter, so I feel like that brought I felt like that really brought some sort of ease to the Scorpio moon, or this full moon we have in Scorpio, because I am not gonna lie, I was petrified. My natal moon is in Scorpio, and I'm a sun sign Leo, so yeah, there you go. But I was petrified of this full moon in Scorpio because I'm usually in a very, very trashy mood. I've got the rest of the day to go through and a little bit of tomorrow morning, so let me not get excited. But up to this point, you know, I've gotten through without wringing anybody's neck, and that, my friend, is progress. All right, Leo. So, what I tell you, the devil, Leo. Ooh. Been having fun though. The next is the Five of Wands. And bringing up the rear is Hierophant. So, like I said, let's go. I want to start with the Hierophant actually, because the Hierophant is traditional. You know, the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, and I just mentioned that we had a full moon in Scorpio. All right. Full moons happen because a full moon happens because it is in direct opposition of the sun, and we had this full moon at 9 degrees of Scorpio, which was in direct opposition to moon in to sun in Taurus at 9 degrees. And this is ruled by Taurus. So I said I feel like that maybe there are some things that have been going on. That maybe home doesn't know about. And that doesn't have to mean it doesn't have to mean that it's something that's considered to be immoral or bad going on. It just means it's different from what is expected to go on in the home. That's what I'm getting at. But with the devil here, whatever it is, it was fun. And the devil represents temptation and all those things. Leo, so, you know, and I said at the beginning of the reading, you know, it's something different that's going on with you, that it's different than the way that you may appear to the public or the way that you would generally navigate through life. So this whole traditional thing, you know, and following the rules and, you know, keeping things consistent and casual. No, not with the moon opposite that in Scorpio. Rather than stick to these traditional ideas and this fear, I feel like that patriarchal society has put in us to the way that our homes need to be. Leo, I feel like you decided to go a different route, or will be deciding to go a different route. There is conflict here, but it's minimal. If this was a Five of Swords, I'd be a little bit more concerned, but the Five of Wands is a conflict that's generally not, it's not bringing anybody harm. You know, somebody might get in their feelings about it or feel a little bit, you know, like, damn. But it's not anything that's going to beat anybody down to the point of where they just feel, you know, torn and broken. Now, this is not justification, because the devil is here. The devil's here, and he is, if he hadn't gotten to you yet, he's creeping up on you, Leo. And these are the major arcana, and this is a minor arcana. So these are the two main things. Tradition, consistency, and normalcy, or quote-unquote normalcy, and doing whatever the hell it is that you want to do because it feels good. That's the conflict. That's the square. Remember I was talking about that square? This is the Scorpio. I'm sorry, I cannot talk. The square between the Scorpio full moon and the Leo rising. That's what the conflict is. And I feel like, Leo, that you could be fighting to try to successfully live both lives. This card says it's really not that hard. You have some bumps and bruises along the way, you know, some little hiccups with trying to make both situations work for you. But it's not a hell of a battle. And as of right now, nobody outside of you is getting hurt, I don't think. I think if anybody's getting hurt, it's you. And possibly a Taurus. You could be hurting a Taurus because you're giving into your own carnal desires. But even still, it's just not a hell of a conflict. It's just minor stuff. Okay, you know, I want to pull a clarifier on this devil card because I got some ideas, but I'd love to see what comes up. You know, what is the devil? What's got you out there bad, Leo? What is feeling so good to you right now that you are willing to deal with the resistance, that you are willing to, you know, have just a little bit of friction going on there between what you're trying to do and what is considered the way we always did it. I just feel like Leo right now is not on that kind of time or the way we always did it. Even though Leo is a fixed sign, I just don't feel like you're feeling it in the month of May. You want to do something different, Leo, and you do, despite the circumstances. Oh, and I'm telling you, okay. Ooh, Leo. This popped out, the Justice card reversed. So, you know, there is some sort of injustice. This card is ruled by Libra. Libra is it's a Venus ruled sign, and this is a Venus ruled sign, Taurus. Venus has to do with what we're attracted to. relationships, our creative ability, how we make our money. But okay, like I said, there is some conflict, there's some injustices, because Leo, you're choosing to do what you want to do, and there's some injustices. Somebody's not getting what they put into the deal. But you know what? In the upright position, you know they say justice is blind, right? But that this little thing wrapped around her eyes, there's one little eye there that can see. And in the reverse position, it's the same thing. That eye can still see. Nothing changes. You still got one eye covered and one eye that can see things. There's still, you see the black cat and the white cat. I may have pointed to them in the wrong way. White cat, black cat. That, the dark and the light are still there. None of those things change. So what I see, Leo, is that you're doing your thing. It is in, some semi-conflict to, what the world says you should be doing or what you usually do. There is an injustice. Somebody sees you and they know what's up, but it's not really a big thing to them. It's not really a big thing to them because they are probably getting their own, whatever their own is. Or, it's, maybe they just don't have time to fight about it, or you don't have time to fight about it. This may not be you, like I said, maybe the devil is the person you're dealing with. Maybe it's the Taurus, and it's just not a big thing to you. You see exactly what's going on. I talked this whole time about this being you, who the devil is in pursuit of, when it could very well be somebody else. So we always have to look at that, as possibly being the other person. But no matter who, because this could be somebody in your home that's doing this, kind of doing things outside the box, not doing things in a traditional manner. But it's really not a big deal. If you're in a relationship and something like this is going on in your home, I feel like there are times when there are injustices. There are times when things are not even. But you see each other. They see you. You see them. And while these are all major things, these are all major arcana, at this point in the game, you just decided, well, whatever. The biggest thing that you might get out of this conflict is, let's say you're out here living your best life, or so you think. And where it should be a big deal because what you're doing is, causing friction in the home. It's not. The worst you might get is somebody being passive aggressive and saying something like, while you was out kicking it all night, I asked you to wash my car and you couldn't do that. That's kind of as big as the drama gets. It's not going to be some big blowout in the month of May. Somebody's not going to storm off and leave. Somebody's just going to be pretty much accepting of the fact that I see you or you see them. And if there is any conflict, it's going to be, so far as I'm concerned, very passive aggressive and not causing anybody any harm. Now, that's in the month of May. We don't know what's going on here in the future. So don't get too carried away, Leo. Don't get happy like you're getting away with something, and neither should your partner if that is the case, because we just had a full moon Scorpio. So there could be things that come up and get illuminated that you may not want to come out, or that your partner may not want to come out. Still, in the end, this is still a to be determined situation. Let's just put it that way, right? Well, that's the way I see it, guys. So if anybody would like to get a personal reading with me, you can do so. I think my information is in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I hope to talk to you guys again next month.